All right, you got your packets ready? Let's go.
Got a packet. I mean, I have them on the phone, iPads, ready
That
to
works.
rock it.
Did you start the music? Because I'm not hearing anything.
No, I did not start the music. But I will start it now. So this is me pressing and starting the music.
Oh, there it is.
Huh? How do you like it? Good, right?
It's good. No, it's
Yeah.
good. Yeah, that was a good. That was a good
Good
poll.
selection, huh? Uh-huh.
Yeah, that is a good choice. That was a good choice.
Thank you.
This is the Suicide Sessions, and I'm Alan from Burbank, California,
And I'm Daniel from Beijing, China.
and we're the show that shares our daily suicidal thoughts with you.
But we're going to go more deep into it because we believe that the media doesn't really cover it. They cover it, but they don't cover it. They don't go deep into it. They just what did you say last time, Alan? They gloss it over, and it's true.
Well, if you look at Robin Williams' death, for instance, they just glazed over that. That was in and out that story.
And even that one, for that to be even covered, he had to be famous. Otherwise, it's nobody really. I mean, we're looking at all the statistics and all that, but it just seems like it's this. It's very frustrating. But anyways, we're here to cover it
Maybe,
deeply.
and we're going to delve into the issues of suicidal thoughts, suicidal behavior, what's going on inside your mind, and what's going on inside our mind to share with you to let you know that you're not alone. We're also experiencing these issues with you.
And most importantly, hey, we go for this every day. That's how we came to be. It's like we started to talk about it. Not many people talk about it, but Alan is going to give you all the options that are out there, and they're
Yeah,
really not that good.
so we boiled down the three options that we feel a suicidal person has to deal with their emotions, and the first option is to seek a paid professional, one that you have to pay for yourself.
Yeah, like a shrink or a therapist or groups, whatever, help groups.
The second option you have is to talk to a friend or family member.
But you know, the shrinks, I mean, these guys just give you pills, though. They don't really listen. I mean, they see you, they give you this pill, you become this numb, happy person, whatever you are. That's not a solution. I mean,
Which can embarrass yourself if you're talking to a friend or family member
yeah, but
about
seriously, I mean,
suicide.
then the whole industry, look, it's all about pill pushing. They're not really talking to you. I mean, they're talking to you, but instead of they're them really listening, they put you in a box and then they give you these pills, to calm you down and
Or you can go to the hospital for 72 hours and be placed on a
and then
psychiatric.
and then you get hooked and then you become an addict. What is it, like 80% of all the people that use like prescription drugs that are so-called happy drugs become addicts to them and they can't really function with that. I mean, look, it just creates another problem. It doesn't really solve it. And now you have all the addicts here who are even more suicidal, probably, once their dosage goes up. But yeah, but just look at the stats. It's horrible.
Psychiatric hold or evaluation.
Yeah, but seriously, stats are staggering how much addiction there is out there just because of the pill pushing
Well,
by
we're not
pharmaceutical
really, we're
industry,
not.
and it's just insane. It's
I
not.
don't know that we're really addressing addiction here, unless I mean addiction can lead to suicide, obviously. But
But I'm saying that just look at the stats. They're horrible. 80% or something, 85% of people that get hooked on those drugs. I mean, they can't even
on
function properly, And
what? I'm sorry. What drugs are you talking about? I don't.
any drug. I mean, I don't know, prescription drugs for depression, clinical depression, whatever you have. I mean,
Well, yeah. I mean, those drugs can actually help people.
yeah, but they numb them down and then they become addicts. Just look at the stats. I'm telling you.
I mean, I'm trying to. You didn't even send me anything before we started this, so I don't know what stats you're talking. I didn't look. I didn't look up those stats because I didn't think that's what.
You don't have to look them up. I mean, this is common knowledge. Everybody knows this.
Everybody knows what the stats are on how
The
many people get
stats.
addicted from.
Yeah. I mean, they get addicted. That's why a lot of people. And plus, you have to pay for it. Again, You have to first pay for somebody to listen
Well,
to
I
you,
mean,
and then
there's people who are on a government program or something, and they need help, and they can't get help any other way, and they receive drugs
but
for
that's
free
the
that can
thing.
help
But
them.
so did but they get help by giving them drugs to make them feel better, but that's not really helping them.
It's not helping them that it makes them feel better.
No, because they're just pushing the whole thing aside. It's like, oh, have this pill, you're gonna feel better. But the reasons why that person didn't feel better are still there. Now they're just ignoring it, or they're too numb to react to it. So yeah, but that's all a plan. I mean, I'm telling you, those two industries, there's psychiatry and then the whole pharmaceutical industry. They're in the same bed. They totally are. Just look, it's out there. Everybody knows. They're not really solving problems.
So
They're
you're
just
saying
dumbing them
the
out.
pharmaceutical industry is in bed with the psychiatrists and the
Absolutely
psychologists?
is. Absolutely is.
Where where are the facts on that? I haven't seen.
All facts are out there. I mean, you can look them up. It's common knowledge. Everybody knows about it. Everybody knows about it.
I don't know about it, but maybe I'm not that bright.
Wow, but that's why we have a show. That's why we're suicidal. I mean, I understand.
That's true.
It's fine. Look, we covered the free options actually that are out there to help us, but they're really not good options. They all have their own faults, and that's what we're going to talk about in this show. But I still say that one is. Let's just move on. It's okay. We'll talk about it next time.
I mean, we can talk about it next time, but that's what I thought we were talking about on this first show. That's.
But we did. I think we did, didn't we?
You know what? I actually had a close to near death experience the other day.
Well, let's hear that one. I mean, let's hear it.
Well, I wanted this to be kind of interesting, so I put together a recording for you, kind of retelling you what happened, and it's just an experience where I came really close to dying, and as somebody who experiences suicidal thoughts, I thought this, it was almost a relief. It was like a cathartic relief because I thought my life was over and it would end the suffering. But anyway,
I want to hear this. This is going to be fun. Yeah.
Yeah,
let's hear it.
I'm gonna play it right. Let me find the file. All right, here we go. I got it. All right. In an attempt to delay, if not altogether cancel my impending stroke, I forgo the much-wanted bread and cheese combo for dinner, and rather opt for a large bowl of leftover soup from the freezer. I place a small saucepan on the stovetop, crank it to high heat on the high-output power burner, and go to the freezer to remove a chunk of solidified vegetables and pearl barley, and turn the plastic freezer container upside down over the saucepan, shaking it several times until finally it dislodges and clanks onto the saucepan below. Slowly, the brick of soup ice starts to melt, and I absent-mindedly move a wooden spoon in a circular motion in a futile attempt to hurry the melting process along. I'm hungry. I don't want soup, especially vegetable soup, but I'm hungry. Finally, the soup melts and heats up. I quickly lift the saucepan off the stove and pour it onto a bowl on the counter. As I turn to pour the soup into the bowl, I see a bright light, and I look down. My shirt's on fire. This is it. The moment I've been waiting for. The end. Sure, it's going to be painful, but finally, it's here. As my excitement builds, the glow fades away along with my hopes. My shirt wasn't on fire, but rather just a small piece of plastic left on the stovetop. I lost.
Okay. I mean, yeah, interesting experience.
I
Soup,
think so.
cooking a soup, but uh, but seriously though, you can't really die from a burning shirt. I mean,
Well, I
how?
mean, no, you're not going to die from a burning shirt. I'm just saying if the flames, for instance, reached my head, I would pass out, and then I would lie on the floor burning to.
Only if you like put kerosene on it. I mean, seriously, just a shirt. I mean, you'd get a burn for sure. I mean, probably a bad burn, but unless you put grease all over yourself
But
again and
even
again,
if you even if you're saying even if you're saying that I would have just gotten burned, people die from severe burns every
yeah,
day.
but not because their t-shirt catches on fire unless there's gasoline on them. I mean, seriously, it's. I mean,
But
I understand,
no, no,
but
no.
I think you're pushing it here a little bit, though. It's like, come on. I mean, dying from that. I mean, and kind of putting it into the whole suicidal thing.
No, but I'm talking about my emotions. So what am I pushing? I'm not pushing anything. I'm talking about what I felt and my thought process during this whole ordeal. So I'm not pushing anything. I don't have an agenda here.
You would actually have a bigger chance of dying from eating a poisoned soup or bad soup that soup gone bad if or
Than catching on fire. I mean, when you
but
catch
that's
on
just your
fire, you
shirt. I
die.
mean, it's just your shirt. It's like,
People die in house fires every day in this country. It's terrible.
yeah, but not because they're cooking a soup and
No, but it always
what
starts with
timber.
it always starts with something benign. I don't know. It always starts with something benign. Whether it's somebody left something on the stove or someone.
Burning the T-shirt. I mean, seriously, I will look up. I will look up how many people died from cooking and their T-shirt caught on fire.
No, you don't. No, you don't need to. Obviously, you don't look up anything, so you don't need to look up that.
No, I'll
But
definitely look up that. I will look it up.
yeah, that'll be the first thing you look up. How many
Exactly.
people?
Yeah.
But people.
But look, I appreciate the sentiment. I understand. It's
No,
like,
but it's more. Look, I thank you for appreciating the sentiment, but it's more than that. I mean,
it's like me.
this was
I
also
walked.
something
I
for
walked. I
people to.
crossed the street today, and when I stepped off of a pavement, I'm like, holy shit! There's a car 100 yards away. It can hit me, and I can die. That's kind of the same analogy. It's like,
No,
yeah,
it's not. That's
it's
not
a
the same thing at all.
possibility.
Because when you, I'm sorry, but when you stepped off that step, did you think you might be dying? No, you didn't.
I might be if I would be
When I thought
slowly crossing
I
the
thought my
street.
shirt was on fire, I really feared. I don't want to say feared for my life because I was rather elated that
Yeah, you don't want
I.
to say that you fear for your life. That would not be a good thing. No, no, no. Do not say that because fear for your life again. What? Because there's a small spark that landed on your T-shirt.
Well, no, I mean, sure. It turned out that it wasn't even my shirt. It was a. Did you even listen to the story? It was a piece of plastic that was near my shirt, so my shirt didn't catch on fire. But in that
But
moment,
that's but
my
I'm saying, but
truth.
then it wasn't even the
But
shirt. So it was.
in that
Oh, I
moment,
walked
my
by a
truth was
candle
I'm on
today.
fire.
This morning I walked by a candle and holy shit. I was thinking if I go
No,
close enough, I would catch on fire. And then I would
only
need to stay there for like 5 minutes doing nothing to take the fire out. To
only
maybe.
if you thought your shirt was on fire and that you were dying. When you think you're in peril,
Yeah.
there's the
Yeah,
emotions
okay.
that flow through your head, and for me, it was just a sense of relief, and that's what I was trying to convey. But I don't know.
I don't know.
Uh,
Okay. Well, it's okay. As I said, I get it. It's fine. I still say there's. I would really want to see how that would end with death, but as I
but
said.
that's why it's called a near death experience, right? I didn't die. I mean, there's no reason to relive that.
But you live in perpetual near-death experience. You live in Los Angeles where there's earthquakes, so potentially near-death experience a few times a day whenever there's any shake of
Well,
the ground.
next week we're going to talk about the suicide note,
Okay.
which
Yeah, you know what? You're right. Yeah, next time we will go to that, and this was a good show. I have to say, I enjoyed it.
this was great. Yeah,
It was. I really enjoyed it. I hope we get to do more.
but I think I mean, not only did we enjoy it, but we hope that obviously that this helps you with your suicidal thoughts that
Exactly.
you're experiencing, especially opening up. When I open up and share a story like that with you, I hope that other people can relate to that and will one day share your stories with us.
Exactly. And stay
And
away from making soups.
no, that no.
I know. I could not resist. Come
Nah.
on. It was, yeah. You know it was good. Come on. That was a good one.
Anyway, next week we're going to be talking about suicide notes. Maybe you've written one. Maybe
Sure.
I've written one. Maybe
Oof.
Daniel's written one. Who knows? We're going to find out next week. But until then, remember, as long as there's pizza,
There's hope. I like that.
that was I did you I feel like you didn't do any research for that at all.
I did. For the pizza?
Did you not for the pizza. Did you read anything? I mean that was God, that was I don't know. We'll just move on from this episode and we'll get better with the next one.
Yeah, we'll have better near-death experiences. Okay, fine. Whatever. It's good. It's going to be fun, So, yeah. So, yeah, next week, Suicide Note.
Yeah,
And,
we already ended the show.
oh, we did?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Well, then
So
then next week it is. The Suicide Note.
yeah, the suicide note. And I don't know. Try reading the research next time.
I will. Okay.
All right.
All right.
Well, I'm gonna disconnect.
Me too.